Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface alongside the lovely Jayne Theory. Jayne,
Hello.
it's last time.
It's almost over. Well, it's over for the show.
Bittersweet. I know, yeah, it's bittersweet because I'm so glad this thing got cancelled.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've had a lot of fun doing this with you. So,
it has been so much fun. Yeah.
But holy...
It's like they knew it was over.
Yes.
They knew.
That's the weird thing. It was just like, we've totally given up.
Yeah.
We've got 2 episodes left. We've got no story.
No.
We've got no characters. We've just, we've got no budget. Oh God, some of the, I mean, it was painful in places.
Yeah.
We got no budget. And I was just like, yeah, if I'm glad you've been cancelled. I mean, good luck to the actors. I hope you get jobs elsewhere and have very fulfilling careers, because you didn't write this shit.
I hate it.
I mean, half of you acted really badly.
I hate it for them. I think they could have done better with better story, with better direction.
What story? What the story?
Yeah, we didn't get anything.
The planet got blowed up that didn't get blowed up, and then the guy who's bad is actually good, and he goes to see the good woman who we think is bad. We think is good, but then is maybe bad, but then's good again. But the planet's back, and it's not destroyed. And Zavala, who was... Remember the whole plot that it was Zavala who destroyed the planet?
Yeah.
What happened to that plot line?
Yeah, I don't think it happened.
Then Brutus suddenly, like, there's a man called Brutus. Can we see Brutus? No. You can get to see him for 3 minutes in the season finale that's 10 minutes from the end. How would you like that? Sure, why not? What's Brutus doing? His motivation is he's bad?
Is he?
I don't know, because there's nothing about him. We know nothing about the guy.
He wasn't scary at all.
I'm not even from this dimension. I've just come to this planet to... They need a leader? What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? The planet needs a leader. You can't lead a whole planet. Well, I made the grass recede.
Did he cause the environmental disaster, or did he?
I don't think
benefit from it, because that's not what we were told.
Because we were told it was the environmental disaster, which was 5 purple comets flying across the sky.
Yeah.
That caused an environmental disaster that gave the 29 their powers.
Right.
So the world was already when they got their powers, because it was an environmental disaster that caused them to get their...
They don't explain. Okay, so what was the conflict then? I don't...
The conflict was...
He came from another...
I think the conflict was there was a very aggressive lesbian who threatened to date Naomi.
Yeah, not flipped so quickly.
And then she was like nice as pie in the last 2 episodes. I'm all nice and pie. I'm gonna fucking make you date me, bitch.
No.
It's a trap. And then I know, folks, we're jumping all over the place. Do you know why? I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. This is going to be the quickest Naomi video ever. It's 2 episodes. Do you know why? Nothing happened in them.
Nothing.
And at the end,
not an exaggeration.
Well, Nathan at the end, right. Tell me if I'm going fucking crazy.
Okay.
But the last video that we did, Nathan finds out that Naomi's got powers. And then they're at the school prom, and then they have a dance at the end of the prom. And Nathan says, hey, look, you got powers. You got your own destiny. You got your own journey, which means we can't be together. But I will always be your friend.
Yeah.
And we'll always be rice and pea.
Right.
And they sort of like hugged, and it was all okay. The breaking up.
Yeah.
So we find out at the beginning of the episode 12, because we're doing episode 12 and 13, because they did 2 episodes to finish this fucking disaster off. And we find out very early on in episode 12 that yes, indeed, Nathan and Naomi did indeed split up.
Yes.
Then episode 13 ends with Naomi saying, well, not ends, but towards the end, when they're doing all the wrap up, with Nathan saying, hey, now that I know everything that I know, which I knew 2 episodes ago,
right?
And made us split up because of it, does that mean we can date?
Just retcon the whole thing, or forgot. They forgot.
What?
Yeah. Nothing happened.
Side-eye offensive. Pluck it up.
And what's bad is that was the one good scene in this entire series. And they undo it.
Yeah. The one little, like, there was like 2 little bits of realness with Nathan and Naomi in the last episode, and they undid one of them in this.
So bad.
Do you know something, folks? I don't know if you're aware of this. As much as the meme is that I'm a New Zealander, I'm actually British and I live in the UK. All right. I did some geography based off something that they said in the first episode. Oh, right. You know, when they're on the road trip to go from their home to Nevada, because she has the vision of like the poppy field or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the only place that specific plant grows is in Nevada. So we're going to Nevada. And we know that the nearest city to this town that they live in is Portland, Oregon.
Right.
Or Portland, Washington, isn't it? It's in Washington. Portland's in Washington. Washington State. Not, you know. So I did a quick Google, and it takes 14 hours to get from Portland to Reno. So I thought, okay. So I looked at the map, and I looked at like Portland to literally the border of Nevada, and it looks like it'll take like 7 hours driving. And they're in a car together, and she says, "Oh, we'll be there in 4 hours."
Well, she has super speed.
They're driving in a car.
She pushed the car. That's her new power.
And the car breaks down.
There's no logic.
And they're just like in a field the next minute. Like, what is fucking going on? And then they got out, and then Naomi goes through the portal in the field, and then comes back out of it after. No, she goes in the portal, and then when she goes through it, she's back at home.
Yeah.
So what about the broken car? The car that blew up?
I guess she can control where she goes with her mind.
Okay.
It takes.
What about the friend then that she left in the poppy field?
Who said she was waiting? She said, "I'll be right here."
Yeah.
When you get back.
Do you want to come? Nah, this is all you, this one. I'll be right here. No, you fucking won't. Your car's busted up, and Naomi's just fucked the phone. And then when she fucked the phone, she goes round to her house, and she's there.
Oh my god.
The editing is so good in this show. It literally, do you know what it edits out? It edits out all the bits the writer couldn't be fucking bothered to think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just like here. It's like Game of Thrones season 8. They're just here now.
Yeah. Things just happen. Next thing.
Yes, they're at Winterfell last scene, but now they're outside King's Landing. All right?
Don't ask any questions.
Yeah, don't ask questions. Just watch the woman burn the fucking women and children. Oh, fuckerella, this show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so done with it. So Pizza Boys.
Wait, she's back home now. Are we done with the first episode?
Yeah, well, that is pretty much the first episode done, actually. Yeah. I mean, I'll just go through it. She gets a flashback to when she gets put. Okay, sorry. I don't like to swear. That's a lie. I love swearing. I fucking love it. It actually has this bit. This show has no budget. No budget. They literally run to a dilapidated warehouse and go, inside the portal, the machine that's dimension traveling Naomi. Wait a minute, you built a fucking dimensional traveling baby cot in a dilapidated warehouse and put it by the fucking door?
It's no logic. You're looking for logic.
Did you like the explosions? Sorry, my bad. I mean the little puffs of purple smoke, which were meant to be explosions. What's exploding? They're just going off like fireworks.
I didn't realize that's what it was supposed to be.
They say it later on, like, on the explosions. I'm like, explosions? I thought it was a fucking firework display.
I was like, what explosions? I did not know what they were talking about. You just said that. Oh my god.
What is blowing up? Fresh air? So Naomi's like telling this is, I mean, the last episode, this season finale, 2 episodes, was so lazy because they just decided to add the MacGuffin, right? I just realized, you know, the plot to get the fucking watch thing supercharged so Naomi's really powerful.
Yeah.
That stopped after the first episode.
Yeah.
What happened to that fucker?
Who knows? It's just they forgot. Or didn't care. Didn't care.
Yeah, so Naomi talks to her parents. She's just like, oh, look, shit's happening. Then she talks to pizza guy. She goes, oh, look, shit's happening.
Yeah.
And then she talks to a blonde woman who I don't know the name of, Akira. I think.
Akira.
And says nothing. Purple-haired girl turns up in the comic shop. And then they talk about how the guy doesn't like comics. Because DC are fucking retarded.
So stupid.
And then he's just like, oh, do you notice how Naomi started getting strange when that Superman appeared? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Let's just shut down my shop, which is losing money.
Yeah.
And I'm going out of business. Let's just close it down so we can go on a fucking Scooby adventure for Naomi.
Who I don't like. Right?
She's like, I'm gonna fucking date you! You underage girl! Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just like, she's gonna start, I'm gonna fucking peg you, bitch.
It's a different writer, I guess.
Yeah. Mummy and Daddy turn up to Akira, and Kira's just like,
oh god,
I have absolutely no personality at all.
At all. But you did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Parents.
Yeah.
Naomi's amazing.
Yeah.
She's the best of ever.
Know her.
Literally.
You don't know her. She turned up and you fucked off.
I saw her. No, she says, I saw her and I had hope.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's a lie, woman. That's a lie. Why are you lying? So D, I feel sorry for D because I quite like the actor. The actor seems quite chill, but holy shit, let's just like throw him under the bus, do nothing.
Yeah.
Melted ice cream face and Naomi are in the poppy field and she fucks off. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know when Pizza Boy and an aggressive lesbian turn up in the woods to look for Naomi's ship and they just like walk up to it.
Right? Yeah, just stumble upon it.
Just walk up to it. Why was it lit up?
I know. The only explanation I have is that there was the other alien nearby, but I thought it was only responsive to Naomi.
Activate it though. Yes.
Right. I don't know.
So why was it fucking lit up?
Just glowing. And he just waited while they took pictures of it.
Wait a minute. Didn't Naomi punch through it to get the thing as well?
She did that to get the thing out of it, yeah.
So why was it intact?
I don't know.
Neither did the writers. Guess the writers didn't remember that bit either. Okay, there you go, writers. Jesus
Still
Christ.
functional.
And then we get the bit where the hey, Jayne, I don't know if you were this, but all white guys look the same to me. Because I didn't realize. I thought the guy with the beard was the guy from last week, but there's like two guys with beards, and I thought it's the same guy. And then when they were stood next to each other in the second episode, I was like, oh, all white guys look the same. It's like there's aliens out there going, oh my God, planet Earth, they just all look the same.
Right.
So one of them is the one beardo number 2? I don't know.
One has a man bun.
They got beards. They got beards in the crackers. What do I care? And like one of them like has these manifesting daggers, or he's got these daggers which glow red, and he like stabs down at Naomi, and she's just got her arms like Wonder Woman's.
Yeah.
And he just smash.
Yeah.
Shut up, fucking Siri. And then we get no explanation apart from Dee says, or somebody says, nothing can hurt you on this planet. She gets in a car crash later on and gets knocked the fuck out.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. They have no sense of continuity. They don't read each other's writing or watch earlier parts of the same episode they're working on. So, yeah. Maybe brain damage doesn't count. I don't know.
Hey, did you like it when she spoke to her portal parents?
Oh, that was so cringe.
We are a glowing orb and we're your parents. And here's a silhouette of us. Dad looks like he probably should go on a diet.
They don't even give her useful information.
No. They're like, we're your parents. Who are you? We're your parents. Commercial break, comes back. Who are you? We're your parents. Yeah, we had that before the commercial break.
Yeah. Just throw it in there again. It's fine. By time.
Sorry, CW. Am I so fucking retarded? I meant to have forgotten that in the 2 fucking minute break that you had. Let's recap it for them. They probably forgot.
Oh my God.
We tried to save you. Anyway, Crater Tits turns up to Dee's place and is just like, I know where you I know where the okay, we got to get this one right.
Yeah.
I know where the girl who you're in love with, the woman who you're in love with, is the one that you had the tattoo of her name put on your neck, but she doesn't reciprocate the feelings. So when you see her next, and she's just got Jayne theory on her fucking neck, she's gonna be like, oh shit. Because it's gonna be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So I know where she is. And if you Big Mac and shake me, I will tell you. And he's just like, nah. And then and then we just says,
yeah, that was pointless. That whole scene was pointless.
Because later on they just go, I saw Mac turn up at your place. Yeah, she said she knows where Q is. But I said I'm not interested in doing a deal. So she left.
Yeah. We're just finding this out.
That one over.
Mom was so mad.
So it ends with her talking to her portal parents.
Yeah. Well, they tell her they were betrayed.
Yeah, there is a betrayer amongst you. No, there was 2.
What?
There was 2. Can't you fucking count when you're getting shot? You know, the 2 people that fucking killed you. You have a net. There is somebody who has betrayed you. Don't worry about the person next to them. I'm sure they were really nice. And they were just coming along for the ice cream afterwards.
They're fine.
Boo, 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 boo. Fuck that episode. That's that one done.
Didn't describe them.
19 minutes. This is good stuff.
Good time.
Let's get out of this fucking hellhole. Last time on Naomi, nothing fucking happened. Now here.
Nothing.
So, this is where we're all over the place. The audience don't care. Nobody's going to watch this video because nobody watches Naomi. Nobody cares. It's going to get like 10 views, this video, and I don't care either. Do you like the bit where all the... Well, first of all, Naomi draws the biggest conclusion possible where her parents get kidnapped while she was unconscious from the car crash. And then they go to see Dee, and Dee's place has been overturned. And she's like, oh, they got Dee too. They must have everyone.
What?
What if Zavala's just at his fucking lot drinking coffee?
No.
It's just like there, and then it just like comes on the news, Naomi is dead, all her friends are dead. And he's just like, what? People say that she was trying to release all the superpowered people who had got kidnapped. Well, apparently there wasn't all of them because some people weren't there because Zavala's drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So she just jumps to the conclusion that they all have. Why? Because they all have, and the writers couldn't think of a sensible way to actually get from one point to another point because they can't fucking write.
No.
This is why I got blocked today by Batwoman writers on Twitter because I told them that their show was dog shit. They can't write, and that they hide behind representation because they can't take responsibility for their own actions. And I got blocked for some reason.
Yeah, they blame you.
It's my fault. Yeah,
It's your fault.
Yeah, because they said in the tweet above, you should only, I've done it in the video, the other video, you should only don't listen to the people that don't matter. Who are they? Who are they, Batwoman writers? Please elaborate. I am all ears.
The people with no show.
But, like, they're all kidnapped, all the adults, and they're all in the room.
Including people with powers. The people with powers.
Who can't get out of a rickety fucking warehouse. That's how good their powers are. Yeah. Powers that knock over superpowered beings can't knock through some fucking drywall. Don't look at me. Stupid. I didn't write this shit. And Naomi's like back at somewhere. I don't know exactly where they were. Formulating a plan. Then she's just like, no, I'm getting out of here. Yeah. And then she's just like, no, this is not your decision to make when they try and stop. And she super speeds and leaves them at the building.
Right. Because she has automatic control of all of her powers at all times.
Well, that's just a given now. Now she's just a raving fucking Mary Sue. Okay, yeah. So let's just take that as a given.
Yeah.
So she gets there. All white men look the same are there. And then she's just like, oh, you fell for my trap. And all the other kids are now there now.
Yeah. When did they?
That's not what we saw or what happened or how it went down.
No.
And it's not surprising us with, oh, you had a trap, you had a thing. No, she super sped away and left you all in the dust. Nothing had been discussed. Nothing had been formulated. Nothing had been agreed. You're there at the other place. You don't.
And she had good reason to leave them. Like there was no explanation for why she would then put them in danger.
Well, actually, there was a good reason to leave them. They're fucking retarded. They spent 5 minutes giving each other fucking pet names.
They did.
Babe. So that's not like oh shit, got him. That's like oh shit, terrible writing.
I don't understand.
Don't look at me.
And it scared him somehow for some reason.
But what they should have done is all they had to do is, I mean, there again, we're talking about a show where they're eating food 1 minute and the next minute they're in a fucking escape room.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
So what they should have done is Naomi speeds off and then one of the fucking crew go, or something as easy as that.
Something.
As if to say, we've got a plan ourselves. And then Naomi can be doing her all white men look the same.
Yeah.
And then they can be like, Naomi, we know that you can hear this because of your super MacGuffin hearing now.
Right.
We are in position at the door and we are getting them out.
Yeah.
Keep those people occupied. We got your back, girl.
That might have been cool.
Just something like that.
But no.
But no, they just went, this makes no sense instead. Do you want sense? Yeah. Not gonna get it.
No.
Not gonna get it. Zavala, Zavala is just like, don't leave town, Naomi. And then we tries to leave town with the parents. Car gets flipped over.
Yeah.
She gets knocked out. Parents get took over. Or they all get. Oh, this is what I wanted to.
Oh, what part?
Okay. So when all these powered people, and by the way, remember that Naomi's mother and father, adopted, of course, because they're aliens, don't have powers.
Yeah.
Which they use to kill, to knock somebody out in one episode. The powers that they don't have, they used.
Yeah.
To knock somebody out in a but they got no powers.
No. But they had those magic stone things, but they don't have those now.
But their eyes were glowing blue.
That is true. But it doesn't mean anything now.
Well, it clearly doesn't mean a thing, does it?
None of it.
Because it's not explained. It doesn't work. They don't make any sense of how the stone works. Is it them channeling powers through the stone, which acts as a conduit?
Conduit, yeah.
To go through? No, they just go, you know that thing we did? We've got no powers anymore.
And nobody ever asked, what was that?
No. What was the rocks that you used? Why did your eyes glow blue? Let's not fight. Let's not fight.
Oh my god.
So, while they're all getting kidnapped. By the way, Pizza Boy and Aggressive Lesbian have just discovered that there are aliens on their planet that don't have any aliens and don't have any superheroes.
Right.
That's quite a big shock. Their best friend, who they're both trying to finger bang, is an alien from a different planet.
Yeah.
They go paintballing, Jane.
Yeah.
They go paintballing.
No biggie.
No biggie?
No.
And then fucking this show. When Naomi turns up with fucking melted ice cream face to look for them, they all have a conversation mid paintball fight in the middle of the paintball battle area.
In the middle of the game.
Do you know what we call those type of people when we're paintballing? Wankers.
Yeah.
Get off the fucking chair. Fucking talk over there.
Yeah, go somewhere. And they keep getting hit.
Yeah, they get hit. I did laugh at that, admittedly. Every time ice cream face got hit, I laughed.
That was funny.
And then when they all went into her, I was just like, you're really not doing stereotyping any good here, you know? But I did still laugh.
That was funny.
And then one of the white men all look the same, just is there. How did he know to be there?
Right. How did he know?
I'm just watching you.
Yeah, and then...
But then he runs away as soon as he gets seen, so what was the whole fucking point?
He's leaving. He doesn't fight.
White men can't fight. So that's when they do
like
their...
the most ruthless bounty hunter guy.
They're in Zavala's dojo. Sorry, yeah, Dee's dojo. That's where they're doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just realized. By the way, the writers for Naomi don't realize that the Japanese script that is actually on the wall.
Mhm.
It says "fuck you."
That's it.
No, but it.
Oh.
But I wouldn't put. But they haven't done any research as to what it means, and we both know that. So
Oh,
it
yeah,
could
they have
mean
no
anything.
clue. They
Could
have
be
no
"fuck your
clue.
mom." Could be "I need to do the laundry." It could be anything. They don't know what it is.
They really don't care.
No, they
It's
didn't care
something.
to do any research at any point during this whole fucking thing. So that's when they had their little spit. That's when Naomi turns up to white men can't all look the same.
Mhm.
One of them attempts to get the kids, but then realizes it's a trap, like a diversion, but it's not a diversion.
Yeah, they weren't clear about that.
But the other guy's like getting smacked around by Naomi because Naomi's just the bestest ever now.
Yeah.
That the other one just vanishes, just like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
And then
don't
he's
know
in
what
the
they're
back
there for.
alleyway next, and and Dee's like throwing him into very fluffy trash bags.
But I mean, they had her knocked out. Like, none of this should be happening.
When she was knocked out, why didn't you just take her to the portal
Right then.
or kill her? Or I mean, all you have to do with Naomi to kill her is just put her in a car and just flip it over and over.
That's her kryptonite.
So yeah, Dee's like, where's Q? Where is she? You won't give her to an ordinary citizen. And he's just like, she's on a prison planet or some shit.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro. A portal has been opened by Boris. I've forgotten what he's called. Brutus. That's the one.
Boris.
Might as well. A portal's been opened.
Boris would have made more sense
It
considering
would
what
have
they
been
say.
funnier. Yeah. Just based him off Boris Johnson as well. Oh, no. Okay. Wow. It's like really weird to see her here. So Boris, okay, we'll just call him Boris from now on.
Mhm.
So Boris has opened a portal, but he don't want to go through it.
For some reason.
He keeps sending all his agents, but he don't want to go.
I don't understand it.
His plan is for Naomi to be lured into the portal.
Yeah.
And then
To the planet he destroyed.
Ask Naomi, who's refused to join him 3 times now, probably, maybe more, if she'd like to join him.
Again.
So we have this really heartfelt moment.
Heartfelt.
Where melted ice cream face gets cucked by Boris. And she's just like, oh, and I was just like, I know the kid, I say the kids, they're 19, 20, I don't know. Holy fuck, they can't act. It was like, I maybe take up crocheting or something as a career. It's just gonna work out for you, babe. But it's just like,
what can you do with that
emotional
script,
response?
though?
There's got to be some. I know. But it's just so annoying because none of it means anything.
No. Literally nothing.
And she's just gonna come back through the fucking portal in 10 minutes. So what are you fucking crying about?
Right.
So that's an embarrassing bit. This is where no budget is just so painful.
That door was hilarious, first of all.
She goes to the portal and comes out outside a wooden door. Which looks like it's been filmed around the back of Farmer Giles's farm. It's just like, all right, you can film down right by the side there, right? But I want you out by 4 p.m. because that's when I'm going to get cows back in, all right? It's painful.
Yeah.
So she turns up and Brutus is there. You'll never guess this, folks, but Brutus is a fat white guy.
But he's not scary looking. He looks like it's like the Wizard
He
of
looks
Oz.
like Father Christmas.
Christmas.
I wanted to sit on his lap and tell him what I wanted.
Santa.
I'd like some Lego and some Hot Toys. And could I have some equipment for the PC, please? Thank you. Santa. So he looked like a little bit of a, I don't know, he's like, until he went like, ooh, he was like quite nice.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you think, oh, I bet he gives good cuddles.
Yeah.
Just wraps his loving arms around you and he's like, oh, you're cuddly. You're like a big bear. So, he's like, I know that you've said no every single time with us, but do you want to join us?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Sure.
Okay. Look.
But join him to do what? I'm still unclear on that part.
I don't know.
Like, give me some details.
No, but look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
He's like, come on, give us a huggles. Give us a huggle buggles.
Like your uncle.
Not quite. Not quite. But yes, what everyone's uncle should look like. Yeah. Yeah. This is what I look like to my nephew, you know, apart from no hair. So yeah, it's just like, I want you to join me. I didn't destroy this planet. I came here to give them what they needed, a leader.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm looking around and like, it's all right. It just looks like it's in autumn.
Right. Nothing was destroyed or I didn't see ruins or anything.
No farting purple clouds.
I guess it was dull colored because they added color.
Well,
later,
I think that was meant to be the grass in this world is red and not green.
Yeah.
Right. So that actually tells a story about chlorophyll, and we don't need to go into that. They certainly didn't. They certainly didn't. Which would change the whole. Never mind. But this is the point. So she's just like, no, I'll never join you. To do what?
Right.
Rule the world.
She didn't say, like, what do you want me for? What is your plan? What are you trying to accomplish?
She can't even fucking get a friend. How the fuck she meant to rule the world? She can't even fucking organize her own shit out. Yeah, it's quite a demanding job running the world, I imagine. And even Naomi needs sleep.
But what world? Who's left on it?
I don't know.
The aliens are all on Earth.
Hey, do you know why I don't know, Jane? Because they never explained shit.
No.
They didn't do any world building at all. None. So it's just like, oh, well, and then throws a purple dagger at her.
Yeah.
Which cuts her neck a little bit.
Mm.
And then we get one of the most retarded exchanges ever. And she's like, ow. What's that? He's like, that's pain. You've never experienced it before. Yes, she has. All the fucking time.
She does, yeah.
But now you're gonna get loads of it. I am fucking lost now.
It completely undoes everything.
Undoes? No, you got it right first time. It undoes. It undoes everything.
Everything.
She passed. Right, and they give an explanation as to why she passed out in the very first episode. It's so dumb, it doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense because we know superheroes. And he says, 2 superheroes with such colossal powers like you and Superman can't exist in like the same vicinity for long. Well, that's horseshit.
Yeah.
Superman fucked the shit out of fucking Wonder Woman. It's just, it's,
But
you know, they're next to beings of extraordinary power all the time. What? It's like, what?
but they're not the same species.
No. She's not human. Excuse me. She's not human.
So they're not magnets. I don't understand the logic.
Do you know what I think it was? It's bad writing. Again.
Oh my god.
It didn't make any sense.
No.
Because it never played on that aspect, because Superman never returned again. So we just had this and I think it retcons what the story they were trying to tell anyway, because as far as I was aware, she passed out because her powers were manifesting.
Right. That's what I thought was the initial explanation, that sort of triggered something in her that, I don't know, made them manifest. But because that's when we saw
she was wearing glasses and then she didn't wear glasses again after.
Exactly.
You know.
So that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. And then he pins her up against the wooden barn door. And he's like, I'm going to do the hurtings on you. And then she just goes, get away from me. And then when she does that, the grass starts to grow back around him. And he's just like, oh my God, she's got environmental powers. Quick, run away.
And he literally does that. He's on the ground like, oh
yeah, grass. My only weakness. Red grass.
So is this an environmental tale? I don't
fucking know. They don't know. I don't know. You don't know. These people don't fucking know.
It's so bizarre.
So, Zavala and Akira and who else? Come through the portal, and they're just like, come on, Naomi, let's go back through the portal that you went in 2 minutes ago. So your friend having an epi about it is just fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
And then Karen was just like, oh, I'm gonna stay because the only way to close the portal is to close it from this side, and I'll do the sacrifice play here. And it's like, oh, I don't fucking care.
What are you talking about? Is that the only portal? Is there no other way to reopen it?
I was just thinking, I just open another portal. I'm so powerful, but I can only open one portal ever.
Makes no sense.
Oh, there's a big uptick in the geothermal activity. They must be opening a portal. I don't know. Maybe there's a volcano nearby.
Right.
Maybe there's an earthquake on the way. Ever think of that? You know, you're in fucking Washington State.
This guy was so overpowered, and now he's just nothing.
Yeah, he was nothing. It took Naomi 30 seconds to defeat him with one punch from her powers. It's not like there was an epic fight. It's just one, get away from me. Yeah. He literally said that. You're like, ah! And they just like, boof, I'm on the floor with the red grass.
And that was it.
That was it.
Should have done it all along, I guess.
And then this really weird bit was just like, I wonder if Karen's going to be okay. And Dee's just like, Boris doesn't need her. She's probably dead. And then was just like, maybe she isn't. Oh, hi. And then Zavala's kind of like, she's probably dead. Maybe not, though. Remember, don't listen to what people say.
Oh, my God.
Whatever shit advice thing that he gave her.
Yeah.
And so they're all like, let's give little smiles. She's probably being ripped limb from limb by now. Let's smile. So we then get into like the wrap up where I've forgotten his name already.
Which one?
Boyfriend.
Nathan?
I was going to call him Tony. My name's Tony. I'm only half the man I used to be.
Tony.
Tony. So Nathan's just like, yeah, you know, I split up with you for being an alien. Can we get back together now that you're an alien? Well, and then she's like, I don't know, maybe, you know, purple hair girl's just like, I was gonna fucking rape you. So they're all just like, oh my God, it's that song that was playing.
Oh,
and then her parents take her out into the woods. Unfortunately, not to put two in the back of the head. Which is, to me, the only reason why they should have taken her deep into the woods, really.
Well, she thought they were going to kill her the first time they went.
Yeah, because it's just so fucking weird, because it's like Naomi touches something now.
Yeah.
And then she has a connection to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the parents were killed before they got to the ship. So why does holding a piece of the ship trigger a psychic vision?
Because the plot needs it to.
Hello. So, yeah, Dad's just like, I'm going to dig a hole and we're going to put that little piece of scrap in so that nobody finds it ever again until next season. Oh, yeah. Shit, we got cancelled. Fuck it. And he says, go, you pudding, darling, could you pass us that piece of metal? So she picks up the piece of metal. And then she has the vision of both her parents killing her parents.
Yeah.
Her fake parents killing her real parents and kidnapping Naomi. I've got a question, Jayne.
Yes.
We saw at the beginning of the episode Naomi getting put into the tiny little baby cot portal ship.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did her parents get to Earth?
Good question. Good question.
Did they get there by the power of bullshit writing?
Yeah, I think so. That's the only way. That's the only way.
So the fake parents sent her to Earth in the little portal ship.
Mm-hmm. But her... Yeah.
And then how the fuck did they get there?
None of it.
Because they've got no powers, remember? They're just like regular people with laser pistols.
Correct. This is why this version of the story makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. It's a load of horseshit.
They could have had their parents come through the portal, get killed, and then these other aliens who are there, her adopted parents,
this
see
is
the
vodka,
baby.
by the way.
It's what?
This is vodka.
Because that's what happens is they save the baby when the parents are killed. Like, I don't understand this.
Make them bad.
Why are you making the parents evil?
Well, this was the weird thing that I didn't understand, okay? Is they said, yes, we killed your parents, but we did it for the greater good because we knew that you were going to grow up to be special. And I'm thinking, well, that's what her parents were trying to do with her.
Yeah, that's what parents do.
Exactly what you killed them to do.
And her parents had power, so they could have protected her and taught her.
But her parents are fucking shit. Because they both had powers, were members of the 29, and got killed by two fucking retards with a laser pistol.
It make sense.
So, moving swiftly on, if you've seen the terrible images going around on Twitter,
mm-hmm.
Naomi gets so mad she starts to levitate. Oh my God, it's the first time she's flying. Oh no, she did that in episode 2, but they kind of retconned that in episode 7 or something. Because they realized, oh shit, we need that to be a big thing at the end, but
right.
We fucked it up in the second episode.
Forget you saw her fly. Forget that. Forget that.
So they've literally got a dime and an elastic band in the budget. And I've never seen, fuck it. Let's play it.
Oh, Lord.
Let's play it. Let's play it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. I'm going to find the right place. Stay away from me. Okay. I'm going to hold on. Oh no, shit. No, I can't.
You can't.
Hold on. I can't. I will. Hold on.
Mind you, also, the military was nowhere to be found.
Oh, yeah, the military just vanished. Fucking military just vanished. Why? Why did they go? Where? Oh, God, Windows 11. Very nice. Very pretty. Yeah. Why have you changed where all the icons are and where they go and what they do? Here we go. Okay. Right. I got it. Lash tag. Right. It's like 40. Oh, here we go. I got it. Right. Here we go. We're gonna show. Should I share? I don't know if the audio's on. The audio might not be on.
No.
Wait, where? If I gotta shrink it. Okay, there we go. I gotta shrink it for it to turn into a different window. Okay, there we go. So there might be sound, there might not. But this is Naomi's heroic flight. Okay, let's just.
Yeah. Just stop. That's it.
Just stop.
That's it.
Can we just see the flight position, please? Can we just see the flight position? Hold on. Here we go. What is this?
I don't know.
Like just giving the tree a hand job. So what is this?
I did not care at this point. It was over. This is the last day. They're just like, look.
What is this?
Lift your arm. It's fine. This is CGI shit. Is that supposed to be wind? I guess.
What is supposed to be?
Sound barrier.
Superman 2.0, people.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Superman 2.0. Holy shit, Superman would kill her with a bad look.
This is so sad.
No, it's not. It's really not sad at all. I am so... If this got renewed, yes, it would have been hilarious. At the same time, I probably would have shot myself.
I don't know where they could have gone with it. There was nowhere to go.
This couldn't even get a full season. This only got half a first season and cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Eric July, who's a comic reader, said that even the comics were much better than this.
Yeah, they were. I don't know why they couldn't just adapt the comic. Like as is. Just you have the material. It's right there. Just do it.
Okay, you can copy and paste that to whatever franchise you need now, folks. Just Jayne saying, you got the source, you got the material. Why don't you just do it? Halo, there you go. Star Wars, there you go. Star Trek, there you go.
Nope.
Holy, it was abysmal.
Oh, yeah.
And as we saw, oh shit, we didn't. I did a video about it. Let's have a look at the ratings.
Oh.
for the last 2 episodes. It is not going to surprise you
Oh.
that it may. It's just funny because the guy's now got at the top. Naomi has now been cancelled.
Yeah.
What a surprise!
So shocked.
13th of the 5th update. Naomi has been cancelled. Isn't cancelled double L ED?
Depends. Either one is fine.
Okay, like leveled.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I got a grammar Nazi at least one person here. So, look, 0.05. Oh my god, that's like 80,000 people, 84,000 people, something like that.
Oh. Yeah, they couldn't go on.
My Naomi video is already over 40. Hold on, I'm going to check what that video about the cancellation is on. What is that actually on? Naomi sees. No, that's the Naomi cancelled. Oh no, it's on 62,000. Holy shit! That's nearly the fucking demo, the advertising demo that you want. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay, yeah. So nobody watches the fucking reviews anymore, but yeah, they'll tune in and watch the fucking Naomi's been cancelled video. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So yeah, 0.05 demo, worst demo of the whole season. 0.436, which was the second lowest rating at that time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the finale beats it. Which was 4.29. And then the actual finale. Remember, these are going back to back. These are back-to-back episodes, people.
Right.
So it's not like one came out and there was a week gap, or one came out and there's a 2-hour gap. No, they were back to back. It was like one long episode. 0.06 for the actual finale episode, and the lowest ever rating, beating the 0.429, 0.428. It beats it. So the last ever episode of Naomi was the lowest rated episode. It's kind of apt.
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. That's a lot of red in those viewing changes figures.
Yeah.
That's a lot of red. You got a little anomaly there. Still don't know why that anomaly happened. But things certainly went back to plan. And yeah, I mean, there's like a mixture of green and red here. But when you're dealing with 0.06s and 0.07s,
yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, so it's good to see that it went out with an absolute whimper.
It went out in tears.
And literally, I think as soon as the last credit went up, fucking David Zadaloff or whatever it's called just went cancelled.
Yep.
Because they jumped on that. What's that? The 10th of May, 3 days later, they canceled the show.
I wonder when they decided to cancel it, just call it quits.
Honestly, I would have guessed after episode 3 or 4. Honestly,
yeah.
I think they saw this because that's the premiere is not good. That's not good stuff.
You're right.
Lowest by a long shot on the CW for a superhero show. And then it's like that 7.7 and then you're down to 0.5 by episode 4.
Oh yeah.
It's like
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean the demo. I mean, I've seen them renew shows with demos like this. I mean, The Flash is now getting a 0.14 on demo, I think.
No.
But that got another season. But whatever. That's 8 seasons in or whatever. Not the first fucking season. But look, it's like from episode 7 onwards, it's 0.06, 0.07, 0.06, 0.06, 0.08, 0.05, 0.0. It's just lost it after episode 7.
But it makes you wonder, like, did they read the script? Like, who approved it in the first place? Like,
Well,
someone
the
should be
CW's woe.
fired
It's the person who you need to fire is Mark Pedowitz, or as I like to call him, Pedowitz.
Right.
Let's say it how it's spelt, Mark. And after that episode 10, where the sister never ever showed up again.
Yep. Never saw her again.
Oh, Jayne, my darling.
Yeah.
We cannot leave without one more stab at the show.
What's that? Oh.
When Karen said, I'm going to close the portal from this side, and Zavala's like, don't do it. She says, it's been a pleasure working with you, comrade.
Comrade. Yeah.
Commie fuckers.
Yeah.
California.
They could not resist.
Got red flags for ya. Couldn't resist. Yeah, they had to get a commie reference in.
Yeah. Thinking that they would get the kids to sing it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if the show's targeted to children, it's like that's what they're trying to put in their heads.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is what is confusing me. The show, this is my opinion, but this show plays like a terrible Nickelodeon show.
Yes, it does.
And the CW, this is actually meant to be for like late teens, early 20s to mid 20s.
Right.
And it's literally written as if you're fucking 5 or 6.
It's like Nickelodeon, like bad Nickelodeon.
It was weird. I just didn't know who the show was for.
That's what makes it so bad with some of that stuff that they were putting in there. The messaging is insane. And you could tell.
The messaging's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Promotes promiscuity. Promotes
pedophilia.
Yeah, well, I was going to phrase it slightly different. You can say it how it. Let's just say it how it is. Yeah, promotes pedophilia. Promotes underage teenage sex. Promotes. It's not good messaging.
No.
I'm not trying to be. Look, I know. I was 16 once. We all got up to stuff, but you weren't watching programs that were saying, "Hey, fucking 16-year-olds, yeah."
Yeah.
They were kind of like more trying to be more responsible. Wait for the right person. Wait till you're ready. Don't get peer pressured into anything you don't want to do. You kind of get those messages, which were much more protective. And there's nothing wrong with being protective of children because the children.
Exactly.
Nowadays, of course,
the messaging between how the children interacted with adults throughout this was just terrible.
They were the adults.
They
bossed the adults around.
Yeah.
Naomi, what do we need to do this week, Naomi? None of it was the problem with the show. I mean, there's loads of problems with the show, but the biggest problem for me is nobody talks like a normal person anymore.
No,
it's web. It's like Twitter speak or like TV speak. It's not natural. So I can't invest in the characters, and I can't begin to support or believe the characters because they don't sound or act believably,
right,
or behave in a believable manner
because they don't understand character development. They don't understand how to write dialogue.
Smallville. Watch the first 5 seasons of Smallville. You'll learn a lot about how children and adults speak together. You'll learn a lot about how adults actually have authority over the children for their own benefit. You'll see how a child can act up. You'll see how children can interact with each other. I am lamenting the days of that show.
Yeah,
because Smallville to me is one of the shows that did everything like really, really well. Clark's
very natural
family life.
Yeah,
his development of his powers, discovering girls, trying to balance friendships, as well as as well as dealing with villains on top of that as well.
Right.
So he had a lot on his plate, and those first few seasons with Jonathan Snyder and Annette, can't remember her surname, Annette. As the parents, they were great as moral guidelines for their child.
But that's the problem, is they don't want the morality. I mean, that's part of the problem with today's industries, or what they see as the problem with the past, is that you had these moral lines, you had these boundaries, and today it's all about crossing those and upending everything.
Like I saw like Clark's relationship with Lana, for example. I saw that as a really interesting analogy for somebody who wasn't ready for sex.
Right.
Because Clark obviously couldn't have sex with Lana because he's super powered. So he didn't know how that was going to manifest. So I just saw it as an interesting way to kind of put like what you do when you're not ready as a kid.
Right.
Which I think plenty of kids will go through. They'll go through that, I'm not ready, but there's a lot of peer pressure and, and I really like her, but is it the right thing to do? And all that. So I saw the way that they had his powers acting as a stumbling block almost.
Right.
As an interesting way to deal with that side of like the physical relationship with Clark. But they didn't do anything interesting with Naomi.
No, they made it to where essentially none of that had any consequences. None of the relationships or the broken hearts she left behind had any consequences.
Used and
except
abused
maybe
people.
with Nathan.
And they should have got the whole, like Nathan and her should have either been together from the start, or they should have been together by, well, I think they were meant to, like, they were together by the end of like episode 3 or 4. I don't know. But yeah, even after that, Naomi was just like egging everyone on.
Exactly. They kept throwing in all these other love interests, and it watered down the whole concept of a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that was the point, is they wanted to minimize that because that's a thing of the past. Today it's all about being fluid, about not having relationships, about not forming those bonds between one person and one other person. It's like none of that is anything that they value anymore. And I wonder what is really underlying the whole thing, but you can tell there is this overarching agenda to just erode those foundational things about society.
Because it felt like if we lean too much in the relationship between Naomi and Nathan, I remembered.
Yeah.
It felt to me as if the show felt as if it leaned into the relationship between Naomi and Nathan, too heteronorm.
Yes.
Too heteronormative.
Right.
We got to queer this shit up.
Exactly.
So you put the Naomi flirting with the overage girl when she's only 16, which makes the overage girl make a pass at her, and then Naomi saying, "No, I've got a boyfriend," even though I also egged on Pizza Guy and told him to stay keen because you never know. It was terrible. Naomi came across so poorly, and it's fine. Yeah, it's fine it's fine to have let's say you got a steady boyfriend. It's fine to have that dynamic with a steady boyfriend, and maybe somebody comes along who's a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
And you got this stability with your boyfriend, but when this little dangerous person comes along and it's sort of like, they kind of make me feel different. Like I still love Nathan, but there's just something about this person, the way that they act, they're so different from what I'm used to. That could be a fun dynamic to have.
And that's what you usually have in these young adult novels and young adult shows. But they didn't want that. Like you said, it would be too heteronormative to go that direction. They needed to have her be unattached to anyone.
And you got an under 16-year-old going on about being, it's like, come on,
child, right? It's just, and that's what upset me about the show. Well, part of it, there's so many things, but that was one of the things, is how they played with her in terms of her romantic relationships with these other people.
Mm.
It's just, to
It
me, it was
felt
disgusting.
I gotta start in every sentence with it felt like but they lent so much into the when I say the relationship, that's not actually true. They lent too much into screen time
Right.
between her and Babe,
Mhm.
which never felt authentic.
No.
I never saw at any point, why does Naomi like this girl? What does she bring? You know, all she does is like boss a boyfriend around. Maybe that's it. Boss a boyfriend
Yeah.
around and just talk Twitter.
Well, that's the
You
thing.
know,
They don't understand friendship. You know, and I think Gary was talking about something similar on his stream, is that they don't understand the nature of how people interact with one another. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's them self-inserting because they have no friends. And so they don't understand how people actually interact with one another and what those relationships look like.
Well, they don't understand bonding. Is what they don't understand. They don't
Right.
understand bonding because with them, you're either straight or you're gay.
Yeah.
Like you can't have like I can't have a meaningful relationship with a dude that doesn't involve banging him.
Yes.
You know, which is not true. You know, men bond. They don't bond because they want to fuck each other. They bond because, you know, you go through something or you have a thing which binds you together. You know, and then you're like, you know, bros, you know, we're bros. And they don't get that. They don't understand that dynamic anymore. They kind of confuse that with sex.
Right. And if it's not that, then it's, to them, a friend is someone who's just co-signing everything you do. They're doing what you say, or you're the greatest 24 hours.
You're the great. Yeah, there was no. The show was so. I know it's Naomi, but it was so centered around Naomi. It felt weird because it literally, she was the sun and everything was revolving around her.
Exactly.
You know, it wasn't like with small. Like, let's take again. I want to take Smallville example because Smallville was part of Warner and then it did go CW because of the changes with the thing. But you know, so it's a thing that they have been able to do before. But you know, you had Clark and Lex, and Clark and Lex had a very weird relationship. Lex wanted to be Clark's friend. Clark saved him. He didn't have a lot of friends. He saw something in him, and you know, he wanted to be buds, but Clark kept having him at arm's length because A, who he was with the powers,
right,
and B, because of the Luther name. But Lex had his own life going on away from Clark.
Yes,
completely. Clark wasn't his life. Ma and Pa Kent, Clark wasn't their life.
Right.
You know, I mean, he was in a way, you know, and in a way that they're parents, but they weren't sat there at home waiting for Clark and then literally acting off of him, which the parents literally did this whole series.
They
just
didn't
waited
move
for Naomi.
Right. You never got the sense that they were doing anything until she appeared.
Yes. They were just, like we said, just turned off. And then when she came in, they were literally just like that on the... What is that? That is a terrible writer who doesn't know how to family.
No.
Because they are very anti-nuclear family, these type of fucking far lefties. So they don't know how to family. But, you know, Pa and Ma Kent, they're off doing their own shit.
They can't family. They can't friends. They just...
Lana, she had her own shit going on. Chloe, she had her own shit going on. Now she's got 3 years in fucking prison. But she's got her own... She had, you know, the paper and all that kind of stuff. And yes, she was in love with Clark. And
lives and personalities. That. Yeah.
But she had a personality. She had a... even Sam Jones III, Pete Ross. Even Pete Ross had stuff going on. You know, he was a bit generic to start with, and then when Clark told him who he was, they actually did some interesting stuff with him because he couldn't handle knowing that Clark was this superpowered alien, and it was making him do fucking weird shit because he didn't have an outlet.
Right.
So you know, went into fast cars and he started making bad mistakes and da-da-da. So at least they did interesting stuff that way. Literally, everyone just served Naomi in the whole show.
Everyone.
What was
even
Dee
random
doing?
People on the street.
Well, yeah. Hello, Naomi. Apart from when she fucking faints and falls over and passes out,
ignore.
Then no one doesn't give a shit then. But even when D wasn't doing anything. Where do we go? He's just walking around the tattoo shop, or he's out back and then comes from out back, and we never see him do anything. What's Zavala doing? He's just at the secondhand car lot,
waiting on her,
waiting for Naomi,
watching Naomi.
You know what?
Stalking Naomi.
Yeah. Hiding Naomi's key. It was just. It's not a natural show. It wasn't written in an organic, natural way. No. Nobody interacted in a natural fashion. And you know, you don't have to be my age to understand that this is not normal. How can you invest? How can you?
For as much as they talk about relatability, they couldn't make a single character relatable.
No.
At all.
No.
It's almost as if they were literally just, okay, Black teenage superhero girl, done. Is that enough? Happy?
Well, yes, there was the odd racial comment, but all in all, for 13 episodes, there really wasn't that much.
They didn't say it, but it's like that's how they promoted it. It's how they marketed it.
Oh,
and that was the only thing they offered her as a character was her existence.
But this is why I had this argument with the Batwoman's Writers Room today, because they literally said, stop listening to people don't matter, start listening to Black people. And I'm just like, holy fuck.
Right.
You know, I'm sure that's wonderful in woke circles and everyone's fucking circle jerking each other.
Yeah.
But in the normal world where normal people live, that's like, holy fuck, that's racist.
Well, you know, they double down too, because it's not all Black people. It's just they're Black people.
It is all Black people, unless a Black person speaks up, and then in which case they are, you know,
no longer Black.
Yeah. Let's just say that one instead of what they do call them. That you're just no longer Black then.
Yeah.
But you know, but until then, it's just Black people are a collective, Jane. Sorry.
Yeah, was it? It's just like they do the same thing with women. Like if we're critical of how they're portraying a female character, it's like, oh well, we're going to pretend you don't exist. You don't count.
But you could have I think the actress who plays Naomi, she's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she has some better material. Maybe that would bring more out of her. Because you know, not a lot of material to work with. Let's just be honest. So you have a competent lead. Or a potential competent lead.
And they had a competent story. Like it's not like people didn't like the comic. Almost everyone I've talked to who's read it has enjoyed it. So did people just suddenly become racist when they aired the show? Like that doesn't even make sense.
Well, you're racist if you don't like it, because you know, like I said, the Batwoman Writers Room today, you're not allowed to criticize the show because it had a Black gay woman in it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Never mind the fact they made her a thief and a drug dealer and all this other crap. That's fine.
Let me just put it this way, Jane. When the suit literally falls from the sky, and that's how you become Batwoman. The suit literally falls from the sky.
Yeah, next to your van down by the river.
Yeah, you if you want to have. There's nothing wrong with having Black leads, Black characters, Black gay women. This is, you know, you do you. But you can't, that isn't enough.
Right.
Black isn't a personality. Gay isn't a personality. You need to service them with good stories. So you can't fucking whinge and moan and complain. Oh, you know, people are just racist. People aren't getting behind Black characters. Da, da, da. If you're putting literal dog shit out.
Exactly.
And Batwoman was dog shit, and that was like 3 Black leads and a Chinese and a I don't know what. Let's just say Asian and an Asian lead. You know, there wasn't a white guy in fucking sight as a main character.
Right.
So those were and then a white woman with Alice. So
No
they were like
people,
the 5. There was, I mean, let's just be honest. Lucas was fucking gay as a fucking
I think everyone on the show was gay.
If they weren't, they were thinking about it. I mean,
But
they tried
they
to
and
do a
they
thing with Luke and Mary, but they're
but
probably thinking about dudes and women at the time.
they also did the thing with Batwoman and making her promiscuous. Like, everybody in the show had slept with her or was going to. She dated
And
everybody on it.
Sophie's arc in, well, she didn't have an arc, but Sophie in season 3 was literally, I fuck different women every night.
Yeah, that's it. What is
So
they're so
what are you doing
perverted.
to, what are you doing to these characters? So you got to give them something to work with here. The stories you're writing for them are dog shit. They're terrible because you're not writing stories for these characters. You're writing gay and woman and intersectional feminism. They're not stories. They're not fun. That isn't a character. That's not a personality. And so yeah, your Naomi writers, your Batwoman writers, you can't complain. Jayne, just think of the golden fucking goose that you get handed when somebody said to you, "Hey Jayne, I want you to show run a CW show. We've got the rights to Batwoman.
Yeah.
Part of the Bat family."
Right.
I'm sure your head would all immediately be like, "Oh my God, we can do this, this, and this."
Yeah.
I mean, this could be shit. You could, you might not like it. But when Batwoman season 1 was coming on, and I saw what they were doing, and I was just like, this is garbage. We don't see her train. We don't see how, we just saw her underwater, and that's meant to make a so it's like, what the first season should have been was Kate gets taken into Gotham. She has to go back to Gotham for a reason, whether it be that Sophie's kidnapped her ex-girlfriend or her dad, needs her for something. Because she says that I'm training to become a member of the Crows.
Right.
And then so maybe in the first episode, she joins her dad in Gotham to become that member of the Crows. Realizes that she's really limited with her ability, she can't break into stuff, she's limited by the due process of how to deal with things, and she doesn't feel free enough to operate. So something involves Wayne Enterprises, and then so she balaclavas up, breaks into Wayne Enterprises, gets caught by Luke, takes care of Luke, and in the process, then you maybe come across the pearls and you find the Batcave.
Right.
And then because Luke's just like, what's going on? And she's just like, what? My fucking cousin was Batman? And he's just like, and he spills to the bean. He's just like, look, Bruce has been missing for 3 years. We don't know what's happened to him. We're not getting any response. Him and Alfred left. I don't know what to, I've been left alone since, and Gotham's starting to fall apart. We need somebody. Can you take the mantle? And she's like, I'm not ready for this. I can't take the mantle. I'm not trained for this. And it's just like, Bruce had a lot of, faith in you. And we did have like a contingency if he died. And so, we need to have that figure. So she's like, okay, I'll put on the suit and I'll get seen and, let's cause some noise to go around. Oh, is Batman back? What's going on here? And then throughout the season, my arc was going to be to bring in as the main villain antagonist, Lady Shiva. And you would have Lady Shiva actually come in on Luke's behest to train Batwoman.
Wow.
But as things go on, and we know Lady Shiva is dark, Lady Shiva is manipulative, and Lady Shiva wants to get Batwoman to kill. She's kind of training her to kill. So we go through the fight. She starts to learn how to, fighting. We see like Shiva literally just like kicking the shit out of her all the time. In training, but she's getting better. She's getting, out in the field, she's getting better. And she uses what she learns in the open field in that episode to take out of whichever villain is that. And then it gets to the point where Shiva's just like, we're going out on a mission together because this is like your final training. So this could be like the mid-season finale. This could be like the finale of the first season. And then Shiva like gets this group of people, gang of people, whatever it is, the henchmen of whoever whoever the main one is. And Shiva just goes poof, and tiger palms one and just kills them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, that's your final test. You got, these are scum, these are criminals, these are filth, and she does all the sort of manipulative, they're a scourge on Gotham, and she tries to get Batwoman to kill, and then Batwoman is just like, no, I can't. This is not how Bruce did it. This is not the way that I should do it. And it ends up with them having a good fight to end the. That's how it should have done. You build your character up.
I'm invested now. I want to see that.
You'll never see it. You'll never see it. And that's not like taking from the comics. That's just taking characters from the comics, understanding what those characters are like, and then putting them together with another character and using that to bounce off of them.
But it's also not putting them immediately in a position where they know all things and they're already great and they have no vulnerabilities.
Really boring.
Exactly.
You need to build. You're right. You need to get your character. They need to start progressing. Then they need a fall.
Mm-hmm.
Then they need a rise. That's called the hero's journey.
Yeah, like an arc.
Oh my God. The only arc they've got, they're shoving up places. So yeah, and you can, but they don't want that. They don't want to tell a story. They want to tell gay, or they want to tell intersectional feminism, or they want to tell black or color or ethnicity or gender.
It's all about the message or the image. It's not about substance at all. They don't think about these characters or where they're going or what they're going to do with them or how your average person can relate to them. They don't care.
No, they think everyone is a vacuous Twitter cat lady.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a brain cell. That just wants to see superficial key jangling.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's a gay. I'm a gay. Oh my God. I'm going on Twitter right now to talk about, oh my God, she's a gay. That's what they think that. No, a lot of the audience that they would like, or a lot of the audience that would probably like to watch something like this, are like, I want a story. I want an entertaining story.
And you see the same thing.
Can I have that?
You see the same thing with the black characters. It's like, oh, they're black, and I'm like, well, but they don't have a good story. Well, they're black though. Isn't that good enough? Or you can't criticize them, or we're not going to get another one. I'm like, I don't want another one. If this is what they're going to do every time, I don't want it. I don't care.
Even if Ruby Rose left after season 1, you could do something even better with the Ryan Wilder character.
Yeah, could
because you could have had this character that comes in that is really rough. She kind of could have been like the Jason Todd of Batwoman. She could have been like more thuggish, more street savvy, but cocky, overconfident, makes mistakes. And then you could have had, you elevate Luke to be more of the Alfred / moral role model to start correcting her. She needs to be slapped down, and then she needs to be humbled. And then in understanding why she got slapped down and humbled, and what the actual mantle truly held of then you elevate her back up. Then she starts to, but no, she's a drug dealing, assaulting police assaulting woman who thinks that having a load of drugs in a bag and punching a police officer is fine, and being sent to prison for 18 months for it is racism.
Yeah, it's the system.
But that's they only have two. To me, all I see in Hollywood with black characters is two stories: victimization, racism, victimization, slavery. That's it.
That's the only thing they know how to write. That is how they perceive black people, and so they can't write black characters.
Victim.
That's the only thing they can emphasize because they feel like that is every black person. I guess I don't know. But if you criticize that, you go against it, you say, look, this doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing this? This isn't a good character. You're actually falling into this habit of just recreating stereotypes and turning them into caricatures. What they fall back on is, but it's a black character. That's it. That's all they see. That's all they know. And that's all they care about. You can't be critical about them not having any depth.
Yeah, you can't be critical because black.
That's it.
That's not an answer. For reality, for Hollywood, that might be a great answer for you. For woke ideology, that might be a great. No, it's not. In reality, it's not.
And you remember the criticism of Luther, right? They were mad because he wasn't stereotypical.
Oh, they were mad with Luther because he didn't eat enough rice and pea.
Right.
He didn't eat enough jerk chicken and rice, and he didn't have the right amount of black friends.
Yeah.
But it was just a stupid woke twat woman who had that terrible take.
It's so
Luther, one of the, a very, very popular show on the BBC. One of the launching pads of The Wire, obviously, with Idris Elba, but coming back from America to Britain to do Luther, like really kind of affirmed him in the UK's consciousness.
Yeah.
But it is frustrating because if there's no reason why Naomi couldn't have been good. There's no reason why it couldn't have been a fun, interesting show. There's no reason other than the bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah. And not wanting to, like, they did not want to invest the time and the money it took to get good writers on board to work on it in the first place. Like the guy, I forgot who it was. We looked him up at one point, but he had nothing. He hadn't done anything. So they don't care. They don't really want to create better characters or better stories, even when they have the material right in front of them. It's all superficial.
Yeah, you can't give somebody a box of matches and then tell them to build the Taj Mahal.
Right.
You can only do so much with a box of matches.
Yeah.
We've been through it. We've laughed. We've angered. But the writing, the writing across the CW right now, but the writing, it wasn't bad. It's literal dog shit.
Yes.
It's beyond the realms of bad. It's not like you're doing all right. You just, if you can just keep going a little bit more and hone your craft, I can see good things. No, the writing showed the writing to me said that either A, they don't know how to write,
right,
or B, they don't care what they're writing.
Exactly.
I didn't see any little signs, of potential, or this was actually, apart from those two tiny little corridor scenes in episode 11.
Yeah.
When it actually felt like two people talking to each other. I've had enough of talking about fucking Naomi.
It was just incompetence, I guess. I don't know.
I know. It's just frustrating. It's just sad and annoying when, you have the opportunity, particularly people on the far left that are so consumed by ideology. You actually have the opportunity to put that black character out there, or that black female character out there, that character that you believe is underrepresented, and you're the one who lets them down.
Yeah.
You are with your terrible writing, terrible directing, terrible editing. Let's just make no bones of this is the worst edited show I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was uncalled for.
It's you, not the people who didn't tune in.
Exactly.
Not the people who are laughing at it. There's a reason why people are laughing at it. They're laughing at it because it's shit.
Yeah.
I need a palate cleanser. I do. I saw The Northman the other day. I saw it on Thursday.
Really?
I saw it on Thursday night.
What did you think?
I liked it.
It's so good.
I thought the first 75 minutes was just great.
Yeah.
Thought it lulled for about 20 minutes, and then the end just went, oh.
I loved it.
So I would give it I'd give it a good 8.5 out of 10.
Northman. I would definitely give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10. It felt like I was sitting around a fire listening to an old saga story.
Yeah, it kind of had a Beowulf type of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because it had that wonderful blend of realism and then a little bit of surreal.
Yeah.
And then even the surreal bits were were hinted at how they happened in reality.
Mm-hmm.
With like the crow, yeah. Well, we won't get into spoilers, but with certain things happening, and we kind of go into the surrealness of it, and then when you come out, you're sort of like, either somebody says something, or you see something, or they do something, and you're kind of like, oh, that's how that actually
exactly
happened in reality. And there's a wonderful scene where he's fighting a something, and then when that scene's over,
yeah,
and then we see the reality, and it's just like,
wow,
oh, that was so good.
yeah,
That was so good, because you literally felt as if he was imagining the importance of that character and the sword that it held, and and it was just like,
so
oh,
good.
so good. So I've never seen that was like 2 hours 15 minutes. It went past really quick for me.
It did.
So yeah, I Northman. I rented it from Amazon Prime. It's available on Amazon Prime, so I rented it from there because
I saw it in the theater. It was amazing.
I couldn't get to the theater to see it, so I wanted to give it money.
Yeah,
this is something I wanted to give money to.
Support what you love. That's really good.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So so I rented it on Amazon Prime. I will definitely get the 4K when it comes out. I mean,
it's worth it.
The cinematography was just exquisite.
And I love those movies where you could print each scene and it's a work of art. I love those.
It was God, it's so fucking good. Wonderful. I mean, I'm not going to say a certain word because that makes people think about certain things, but wonderful passages of story. Let's just put it in a slightly cryptic way. But the story just worked really, really well.
It did.
And it made logical sense, the character motivations and why characters would do certain things.
Yeah, you can tell that the writers thought about that. Yeah.
Did you get it yet? Okay. But see, this from what frustrates me is there was nothing to stop Hollywood from doing something like The Northman and giving it an old school African setting or something like that, and having some tribal stories, myths, legends turned into film, which doesn't play on victimization and slavery.
They won't do it.
Actually allows your characters to develop character and take them on a journey with an arc.
I've wanted to see that for so long because there are so many really good stories like that. I mean, all tribal, older sort of Viking era type communities around the world. It's like they have amazing stories, and Hollywood just doesn't. It's easier to do it cheap and race swap or whatever than to actually
You're right.
do the research and do their homework and put together a real story. I don't know.
Yeah, this is where race swapping fails miserably because they think, I don't know. Well, actually, I don't even know if they think this, but what they want is they do the race swap to acquire the audience.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't work.
Respect is earned. It's not given. You can't demand. So you can't demand that you like this character. Well, you like this character when they were white, so why don't you like it when he's black? No, it doesn't work that. If that's not racist, it's because you've taken an established character that people have understood and, gone through maybe decades of lore with them and journeys and all this stories. And then they've gone, oh, we've changed into our sensibility now. So you got to like it our way. It doesn't work like that. You've now created a completely different character.
And they degrade the character on top of it. It's not even, that's what's so bad about it. And what irritates me so much, and I talk about this a lot on my channel, is almost every time they do that, they also degrade the character. So it's not even just that they're casting a different actor. It's they cast that actor and then they have to double down on them. So they're black. And how can you do that? Oh, well, they're oppressed for some reason. Even though they're a superhero, even though they're powerful, even though they're probably, if it were a real world story, incredibly wealthy. Like new Captain America.
Jayne, I was gonna bring. That is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, look how Sam Wilson was.
Yeah.
He was like a fun character in Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
He was a good character in Civil War.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they turned him into Captain America, or gave him the shield, turned into a fucking victim.
SJW.
That is the perfect example.
That's what they do.
Perfect example. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric July speaks about this a lot, and he talks about how you've demoted him. You've demoted Sam Wilson. I might have said Sam Fisher before. Sam Wilson, because you have taken a fine character with Falcon, a character in their own right, an original character
who's cool.
He wasn't. I mean, I haven't read the Falcon comics, but I watched the films, and he was good in the films.
Yeah.
He was very likable. He came across as loyal.
Yes.
To a T. Was capable.
Great friend, fun, like you said, capable, very talented, amazing, great humor.
But he wasn't a white guy's character.
No.
And Eric July says that, and I absolutely agree. They only see validation in white characters.
Yes.
They don't see and it's crazy because Falcon's been around for decades and decades.
Yeah, they don't care.
And they just don't see the valid. They don't. How could he not be valid?
Because
he's
they're
his own
racist.
Unique character. Exactly.
That's what I tell people. Hollywood has an incredible history of racism. It hasn't gone anywhere. They still have no value for Black characters.
That's the punchline. It doesn't matter if they're alt-right or alt-left. No. It's the same.
They race swap them because they think it's an easy, cheap way to get the audience, like you said, but they do not care enough about them or the community that they're trying to pander to actually. They
don't like the community.
Exactly. They hate them.
They resent the community.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we're taking this character away from you.
Right.
We're doing this. We're turning them black, or we're turning them gay, or we're turning them into a woman. They resent they hate the people who they're trying to make the shows for.
You're weaponizing the characters against the fan base.
Mm-hmm. They'll use them in the video I said today, they'll use them for two purposes: as a weapon when they need to, and as a shield to hide behind when they need to.
Exactly.
They'll weaponize them, and they'll also use them as a shield. It's a pathetic game, and this is why we're sick and tired of ideology in our entertainment. Sam Wilson was a much more interesting character before he became Captain America.
Yes.
And then the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you had Walker, who just wanted to work with them.
He was not a bad guy.
No, he did nothing wrong.
He really did.
At all. And they painted him out to be such, because he was the white man who took over.
Yeah.
But
he didn't ask for it.
You got given the fucking shield and you went, no.
You rejected it. How
so
are
they
you
gave
mad?
it to somebody else. Then you got mad, bro. Then you turned into a fucking pathetic baby with your baby brother. And when he wanted help, you were like, no. Which led to his fucking best friend getting killed.
Right.
And then when he kills the terrorist, who didn't kill the guy, but was part of the whole process, they're like, got blood on the shield. Because he's a bad man. He just killed a fucking terrorist that's in a cell responsible for the deaths of people.
Right. Who wouldn't have done exactly what he did in that situation?
I would have.
So would I.
I would have cut his head off. I would have fucking kicked it around the square. Fucking cut his arms off and fucking pinned them to a wall.
Yeah.
He just saw his best friend get murdered by a bunch of villainous super soldiers.
Right. They're the enemy.
They're the bad guys. And it's just like, but it was racist of him to kill it was racist of him because he was the terrorist was like Middle Eastern or whatever. His friend was fucking black.
And what I was looking forward to too was seeing Bucky help train Sam. Like I would have liked to have seen that sort of dynamic.
Yeah. But if you're gonna give it to Sam, you could have gone down that road. Or story they should have done was if Sam gave up the shield, Bucky takes the shield.
Yes.
And then
That's what
you
should
kind
have
of get
been.
the sort of relationship dynamic between them.
Yes.
And either you tell that story and Bucky fucks up and he gets it taken away and it gets given to Sam, or Sam steps up, or Bucky says, you know, I fucked up badly, dudes. You know, let's see what you can do. Let's see if you
Right.
can be something like that. But
Something,
no,
but they didn't. They gave him nothing to do but be sad.
no, they gave him a white guy to be a villain.
Right.
And then for him to stand around at the end after he didn't even want to fight a woman because he can't have a man defeating a woman.
Oh no.
You know, so after that going, I'm going to preach to other senators. And then when they say, and then he says, before he starts his fucking woke tirade, I haven't got any answers.
Yeah.
I haven't got any answers.
I have
And you're just about to fucking go and tell everyone. Go fuck yourself, dude. Go fuck yourself. Every orifice. Twice over.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's frustrating because they have the capability, they have plenty of talented actors,
Opportunity.
and they have the money, and this is, you know, but nobody wants to step up to the plate and do it. No, it's we've got a great role for you. You're a black victim.
Right. Every single
You're
show.
in this neighborhood. You're like, you're successful. No. And this other day, guys, we got a great role for you. Okay, you are the CEO of a company. You're like Fortune 500, and the top 10 richest men on the planet. You got a wife, got 2 beautiful kids. You got 1 girl, 1 boy. Oh, they're just so cute. You have everything that you need in life, but everyone's racist towards you.
Yeah.
So fucking.
Oh, and you're bothered by it on top of it.
Yeah. And it gets to you. And you don't like it. And you're just like, I'm going to use all my money to get rid of all the racisms.
Oh my God. That's how they think.
Yes.
It's so sad.
You just see like the black actor is just like, yeah, I got the chance of a good lead role here.
Yeah.
Just like sat there like, okay. It's like, I hate this. I want the gig, but I hate this.
I would say this. Go talk to John Boyega before you accept any role.
Yeah.
Because he will tell you how it's going to play out.
I think the only way that this can happen is if you have like a smaller independent company.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Disney's so flip-flop on their racism, their bigotry, their sexism.
Yeah.
You know, they're all they'll be flying pride flags and denouncing grooming bills all day long. But it comes to China, they're just like, how small do you want the black guy in the poster?
Exactly.
You know, they'll do anything. That we just want to thank the concentration camps where we were filming for their support.
We'll erase the gay people completely.
Yeah, so I don't think you're going to get a big company that's going to be
they
bold enough to make a film that doesn't evolve around victimization or victimhood.
They can't do it. It doesn't come across to them as authentic because they don't believe it, you know?
They don't know. Because white Karen's got to elevate the black man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what
all these white fucking knights, they got to elevate the black man.
Yeah.
It's me. No, sorry. They're stood on top of the black man's head. And then they lift their head so they can get their head out of the water and go, and they're just like, oh, I'm saving you. And they put the foot back down again.
Put him in a wig, though. You have to do that, too. And a dress.
One of those big white wigs. Like a judge's wig, you know.
Yeah.
I'm saving you, sir. Now get back down under my foot. Can't you see, everyone? I'm such a helpful person to the black community.
Yeah, you've done so much for you people.
Give me all the praise. Give me all the plaudits.
I'm an ally.
Yeah, I'm an ally. It's like somebody tried to derail a stream a few weeks ago that I was doing, and they came in and they just kept saying, trans lives matter, trans lives matter.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh no. And then they kept going, trans rights to human rights, trans rights to human rights. I was like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? You know, what rights are not being given? You know, everyone has the same and equal fucking rights.
Yeah.
So what rights are you fucking harping on about?
I mean, it seems like these
answer.
days it seems like the right to have trans children or something. To transition children.
That's not a right.
Mm.
That's up against the wall.
Yeah.
That's up against the wall.
I think it should be okay.
Just like the writers of Naomi. Only joking. Only. They should be up against the wall, but with paintball guns. From this episode.
Yeah.
Jayne.
Yes.
The longest fucking episode that we've done. And we've spent most of it not talking about Naomi, which is better.
Right.
But no, I think there's been an interesting conversation about, you know, Hollywood's literally just expecting people to pander after stuff because representation, as we say.
Yeah.
But they're not doing any favors. They're not providing the quality of content to actually make a regular, normal, non-fucking weird person to go, oh, hey, this is pretty decent. Let's check this out.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there we go. Can't wait for Gotham Knights.
Oh.
Jayne, is there anything you'd like to plug, my dear, before we go?
I actually just did a reaction video to the new Mission Impossible trailer.
Oh.
So check that out.
I still haven't seen the last one.
I love the Mission Impossible. I mean, they're so silly, but they're fun.
Oh yeah, no. They're good fun.
Yeah, they're good fun.
They're fun. They're not woke. They're not intersectional.
No.
They're just good fun action flicks.
In the trailer, a guy actually saves a girl.
I'm not going to see it anymore. That's just pathetic. Why isn't she saving him?
2022.
Look, Tom Cruise might be a mental guy.
Yeah.
Mad as a box of frogs, but he ain't woke.
And he's a great actor.
He's a good actor. I like Tom. I mean, I say I like Tom. I would go nowhere near him in real life.
Oh no, he's a nutcase, but he's committed to the craft.
I'll wave to him from across the room. Hi, Tom. Do you want to come over? No, I'm good.
No.
I'm full. But thanks. Yeah, so you just did a reaction to the trailer.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it for now. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Well, as ever, folks, Jayne's link to her channel is in the description box down below. Please go check her out. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to drop a subscription.
It's free.
And if you like the stuff that we've done here, you'll love the stuff that she's done on the channel. I hope that you've enjoyed the now thankfully cancelled Naomi reviews.
Woo.
I will be back soon with review. I mean, I'm going to be back anyway, but I mean, when it comes to channel, I might check out this Ms. Marvel because I got a couple of people on the inside.
Wow.
And they say it's dog shit.
Not another one.
They say it's just an intersectional mess.
Oh my God.
And
see, that's what makes it so bad when they do this with children, like child actors and poor babies.
No, what makes it so great is when people are working on the show contact you and say this is fucking shit. That's what makes it great.
They're on the show.
Yes, they literally worked on the show. And I like these are confirmed credentials. I know, you know, these are confirmed credentials. And they're like, it is shit.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to check that out to review. Yeah. I would love to do something with you again, Jayne.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun doing this. So if you're up and for a show to be gone through.
Yes.
Drop us, you know how to contact me.
Yeah.
Drop
sure
us
will.
some suggestions, but sure you're interested in Ms. Marvel.
Oh yeah. Any train wreck at this point. Why not? You gotta get some enjoyment out of it. However you can.
Ms. Marvel, Kenobi, take your pick.
Oh my god.
Kenobi's
gonna be painful. That's gonna be.
They're already playing the racism card with it. They're already playing the racism card. They've already said when that actress got the role, we warned her there's going to be a lot of racist Star Wars fans out there.
Oh my god.
No, they're not racist. They're wondering why a show called Kenobi that's brought back Ewan McGregor after nearly 20 fucking years doesn't have him as the main fucking character.
Bait and switch?
Another bait and switch? This shocks me. They'd never do that apart from all the fucking time.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, well. And on that bombshell, see you later. Bye for now.